All nouns can be used with an article. There are 4 articles in English: a, and, the, or 0 article. Which article to use depends on whether the noun is specific or not. Specific means you know which I am referring to. Here is a flowchart showing when to use which article. Let's look at this with some examples. In the sentence, I saw a rat, we use the indefinite article a because rat is a countable and a singular noun that is general. It could be any rat. If the noun begins with a vowel sound, the article an is used, like the noun apple. Here you don't know which apple I mean. It could be any apple, so it's very general. But if I go on saying that the rat is very big, now you know which rat is being referred to. Since it is a specific rat, we use the definite article the. If I saw not just 1 rat, but 2 rats or 3 rats, the rat changes to the rats. Since you still know which rats are being referred to, we use the definite article the. But if I say, she is afraid of rats, no article is used here because it is a general idea. She is afraid of rats in general, all of them. When an uncountable noun is used in a general way, no article is used. For example, I need milk. It could be any milk. You have no idea which I need. In the next sentence, milk is specific because of the phrase in the refrigerator. It is clear to you which milk I am talking about. Like the articles, quantifiers are words that precede and modify nouns. They answer questions regarding how many or how much. Except containers, parts, or weight, we have learned, we also use these quantifiers in English. Let's look at them in details. Here are the common quantifiers we use with singular countable nouns. Have a look. And what is the difference between each and every? Each is more about the unique individual, while every has the idea of a group. As the picture shows here, each one of you is special, sees the members of a group as individuals, while the sentence every student is special sees students as one group. And what is the difference between this and that? We use this to point out a person or object which is close to you, and we use that to point out a person or an object which is far from you. Another one, another. Another means one more or an alternative. Would you like another cup of coffee means do you want more coffee or do you want extra coffee? Here are some quantifiers that can be used with only countable and plural nouns. Pay attention to few and a few. They seem nearly identical, but they are actually quite distinct. A few describes the quantity in a positive way. The sentence here indicates that although the speaker may not have many friends, he has enough. However, few describes the quantity in a negative way. He has few friends implies that he has almost no friends. Next one. These is the plural form of this for things close to you. Those is the plural form of that for things far from you. Here are the quantifiers we use with uncountable nouns. The usage of much and many, and the usage between a little and a few, are different, but the Chinese meaning is the same. The difference is that many, a few, and a few are used with countable nouns, while much, a little, and a little are used with uncountable nouns. For example, Peter has a little interest in music indicates Peter has some interest. Peter has little interest in music indicates Peter has no interest. Some quantifiers can be used with uncountable nouns and pronouns. Here are some examples. You may be wondering what is the difference between some and any. Well, the general rule is that we use some in positive sentences and any in negative sentences and questions. For example, I have some ideas. I don't have any ideas. Do you have any ideas? However, we can also use some in questions when we are offering something or making a request. For example, would you like some tea, or can I borrow some money? Let's recap what we have learned so far. In English, we have countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns have singular and plural forms, while uncountable nouns cannot be counted and we only use it in a singular form. To count uncountable nouns, we use quantifiers. Uncountable nouns usually come in containers, parts, or weights. Of course, these containers, parts, and weights can also be used with countable nouns. There are 4 articles in English, a, and, the, and 0 article. Which one to use depends on whether the noun is specific or not. Here's a flowchart showing when to use which article. Every time we use a noun, we first determine if the noun is countable or uncountable. If it is countable, we will see if the noun is singular or plural, and we will decide if the noun is specific or general. Quantifiers are used to describe nouns. They give answers to questions like how much and how many. Here are some common quantifiers used in English. Let's look at today's exercise. Task 2 is about the usage of quantifiers including many and much, a few and a little, few and a little. The answers will be clear if we refer to this table. As the table shows, much, a little, little are used with uncountable nouns. Many, a few, and a few are used with countable nouns. With this table in mind, we can confidently change I could not think of many to say to I could not think of much to say, as what I want to say describes an amount and therefore uncountable. The same rules apply to the next one. I wrote a few should be I wrote a little, as what I wrote is an amount. In the next clause, we change much to many because sentences are countable. That is the end of today's lesson. Have a try at the rest of the exercise.